You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears, because it looks like, just from what I can tell from these words, that Caleb Williams looks like he's going to be the choice as the number one overall pick in the NFL draft. We also got Lincoln Riley making some interesting comments about that bowl game that Caleb Williams decided to set out. I won't lie, guys. I hate that college players are doing this now. You rock with your team all season. Go ahead and play through the bowl game. That goes for anybody else that may be coming out early in the draft. I want to see how you operate in that bowl game. Nonetheless, I'm afraid that's going to be what's going to happen in the future. He also makes some comments about a quarterback that I hope very soon, one day, we are covering in the NFL, and a guy I'm high on, Miller Moss, who balled out for USC. He looked awfully damn good. Well, and talking about Caleb, Lincoln shifted very quickly to Miller Moss in that conversation. So we'll take a look at that. I think Miller's going to be a complete badass. The Chicago Bears are doing their due diligence on USC quarterback Caleb Williams ahead of the NFL draft, and General Manager Ryan Poles said Monday morning at the owners' meetings that the, quote, feedback's been good. That may be an understatement. When you talk to his teammates, they don't like him, they love him, Poles said. His leadership, how he brings people together, he's intentional with his leadership. Same goes with the staff. I'm having a hard time finding a person that doesn't like him or even love him. Question is this part of lying season? And what I mean by that is there still a world where the Bears are thinking, come on, Commanders, come on, we'll give you the pick, but you got to give us a couple of firsts and a second to do it because we really want to take Jaden Daniels or Drake May. I don't know. I mean, he's going to come out here and say all these great things about Caleb Williams if he's wanting to entice a trade. Poles said those same people believe Williams, quote, can reach the highest limits. The Bears will host Williams for a visit at Hallis Hall in the first week of April. That's when their first round of visits with draft prospects will be held. The Bears will get a medical exam of Williams during that visit after Williams passed on the exams at the NFL Combine. The Bears' work on the quarterback class will continue this week. Poles will head to LSU's Pro Day immediately after the owners' meetings. I think Ryan Poles is going to get to that Pro Day and be like, whoa, I didn't expect this. Poles won't attend North Carolina's Pro Day for quarterback Drake May, but the Bears will have a contingent present. That tells you a lot, folks. That tells you they are probably out on Drake May right there. But they're not out on Jaden Daniels if he's going. At LSU, Poles and company will get to see quarterback Jaden Daniels work out and a close look at Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. Boy, they're going to end up being really good. Poles also discussed the Bears' trade of quarterback Justin Fields to the Steelers. The GM said he and coach Matt Eberflus got together at Eberflus's house, called Fields. It was, quote, one of the harder things we had to do, but I thought it was necessary for us to head in the right direction, he said. I don't care how you look at that. He just slammed Justin Fields. Because you're saying if the Bears keep Justin Fields, you're heading in the wrong direction. That's the only thing that's the only other direction if you decide to keep him. Is you believe that keeping Justin Fields was headed in the wrong direction. Wow. Poles said Fields' jersey hangs in his son's room and, quote, puts into perspective of how difficult these moves are. That is wild. He goes on, makes some comments about the timeline of allowing quarterbacks to develop. Right here when he's talking about how much runway you have. And I'm going to tell you, the only thing you can take out of it is, guys, we are in a world now where NFL teams are not going to have patience with these quarterbacks. You've got 3 years, and if you are not absolutely cemented yourself in as a non-negotiable starting quarterback that's capable of maybe winning a Super Bowl, they're going to trade you or let you go and draft another quarterback. All right? I heard John Middlecoff talking about this on his podcast just this last week. He used to be an NFL scout. Great podcast, by the way. Listened to it for the last decade. And he was talking about the fact that now it's 2 or 3 years, and then it's on to the next quarterback. I do think there is some cannibalization that's going on with NFL quarterbacks, but I think it's been happening for years. There's a world where I think some of these quarterbacks might have eventually worked out, but teams don't get the reps now to be able to develop the guys. You know, it has to. They're accidentally getting to a Brock Purdy because of a bunch of injuries. Or you just blatantly Kyle Shanahan saw Trey Lance cannot play. Let's make Brock Purdy the backup, and then he got in there. Head coach Lincoln Riley was asked about a rumor. However, he was talking about Caleb Williams expected to be the top pick. Wasn't surprised when he set out the Holiday Bowl to end the 2023 season. However, it has been recently rumored that Williams was ready to play but set out to give Miller Moss a chance to show what he was capable of before transferring. Head coach Lincoln Riley was asked about the rumor. However, he said he wouldn't get into specifics while downplaying how much thought he put into play for Williams. Quote, I don't think I would delve into specifics, Lincoln Riley said. I think Caleb made a decision based on his professional career, which I get. Wow. Caleb Williams followed Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma to USC, winning a Heisman Trophy in 2022. During his college time, he was 66.9%, let's call it 67, for 10,000 yards, 93 touchdowns. He's expected to be the Bears' first pick. Quote, he is the type of teammate that would look at it and see that on top of that, it could help another guy, yes, but I don't know if it's accurate that somebody just simply wouldn't play just because of that, Riley said. So I know he, just as much as anybody, was obviously very excited for the way that Miller played. Miller ended up having a massive Holiday Bowl. He was a badass, throwing 372 and 6 touchdowns in the winner over Louisville. It was the, think about this, Caleb Williams is going number 1 overall, and Miller Moss had the best USC quarterback performance last year. In the last game, just coming in. Ooh. He stuck with the USC program, not entering the transfer portal despite a rumored reason why Caleb Williams didn't play, being to give Moss a chance to showcase himself. For his part, Caleb Williams did attend in street clothes, good old street clothes. Quote, Miller was fantastic, not just in the game, but really the entire 6 weeks lead up to that bowl game. Not just quarterback play, but from a leadership perspective, I thought he did an outstanding job, so excited about his momentum and progress coming off of that. I can't wait to watch Miller Moss. I can't wait. After that Holiday Bowl, holy smokes. That kid, man, look out when it's time for him to come out at quarterback, because barring an injury or anything like that, that kid can sling the rock around. I mean, he's young, and he's got obviously a lot of games he's got to get under his belt, but holy smokes, to just come in like that, out of nowhere after not starting all season basically, and throw up 6 touchdowns, holy crap. So anyway, I wanted to throw that in because I liked how much that kid played in that last game. But I think it's interesting. I think the Bears, if I was to put a percentage on it, guys, I think we're at you know what? I was going to put this at 93%. But because Ryan Poles has not been to the LSU Pro Day yet, I'm going to put this at 88% that Caleb Williams is going to be the first overall pick in the draft. But, man, I'm crossing my fingers. I'm actually hoping Jaden Daniels somehow falls to the Patriots. But I don't think I think if Jaden Daniels was there, the Patriots would take him. But I think they're going to trade out, and I think the Cardinals are trading out too. So, anyway, tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.